Hey everyone, this is part 2 of my estate sale finds. I posted the first part yesterday. I hope you enjoy. So we went back to the estate sale that we went to yesterday and we picked up more coins, including some Barber halves, some more Mercury dimes, some Benji halves, some Walker, and some Kennedy halves. And I'll show everything to you. But first, here are some of the coins my son picked out. You probably won't see these on eBay because he hoards his collection. But we got some Buffaloes, we got some Jefferson nickels, and he got some pennies too. So I guess the guys just wanted to move them because they only charged 2x space. So those nickels were 10 cents and these pennies were only 2 cents. So he got all these for $1.26. Here are some Sesame Street metal toys from 1982, 1983. These are pretty cool. Not worth a whole lot, couple bucks. And this is a 1992 Crash Test Dummies plush. I remember these as a kid. They were meant to destroy. I'm going to take this leg off because the Velcro's coming a little loose. But what kids would do with these is just throw them down the stairs, see what body parts fall off. Oh! That's worth about 60 bucks. Here is a Spock bobblehead, the Wacky Wobblers bobblehead. This right here, it's a Funko. This is one of the better Funkos. This is worth about $50 to $60. I'll probably throw it on for 40, 45. And here's a 1984 edition of the Saturday Evening Post, which was created by Benjamin Franklin. This one has Garfield on it, Garfield and Norman Rockwell. And here is a signed program magazine for 1992 July 4th Daytona 400. This is pretty cool. It's signed by Richard Petty. So here are the coins I bought today. Here's a 1923 P dime. This is pretty common but old, 50 mil. And here is a 1930s. This is the best one, best of the dimes I found. This one, there's only 1.8 mil, so this is a premium one. I was surprised to find this one. Good rim, looks pretty good. And here is a 1939 D. This one's 24 mil, but I've sold a lot of these for a pretty good price. So this one was a good find. Here's some of the more common ones. Here's a 36P. I always like to collect these. And here's a 37P and a 39P. Nice and full band. And here is a 43. A 43. I think this is a D. Yep, 43D, full band. And here is a 44. 44P, and here is a 43, 43D, yep. And here is a here's a 43P, and here's a 43P, beautiful band. Here is a 41P, beautiful. And a 44P, all of these just beautiful. When it comes to the 40s, I've always just picked the best ones. I guess I missed this one, but here's a 41S. 41S isn't that bad. 44, beautiful band, 44P. And here's a 43P. And this, I couldn't believe my eyes when I found it, a 30S. And I got this for a pretty cool price, mixed in with the other quarters. But this is a 1930S Standing Liberty with a nice rim, and the reverse is beautiful too. This one has a 1.5 mil, so 1.5 mil. This is a low-band key date, at least a semi-key date. It's just beautiful. Then I got a bunch of half dollars. Here is a Barber half dollar, 1898. This one has a mintage of 2.9 mil. That's beautiful. And a 1900S. This has a mintage of 2.5 mil. And a 1901 New Orleans, 1901 This is 1.1 mil. This is a really nice one. Can't wait to look this one up. I haven't looked up the values of any of these. I just looked at the mint. That's a good indicator. So here is a 1903S, 1.9 mil. And here is a 1912 D, I believe. This has a mintage of 2.3 mil, yeah, D. And here's a nice Walker, 1923S. This has a mintage of 2.1 mil. And onto the Benjamins, the Franklin half dollars. I always call them Benji, but here's a 1948 P, first year. This is a first year Benji, 3 mil minted. And here is a 1949 S. There's 3.7 million of these minted. It's not bad. And here's a 1950 P, I believe. Kind of rough shape, but 7.7 million minted. And I have a 1952, I believe a 52S. And yeah, 52S, 55, oh no, 5.5 million. And here's a 53S, and 2.6 mil. And I have I think a 1935, or 1955, sorry, 1955, 2.5 mil. And then I have a couple of really nice Kennedy 64s. There was like something like 2.73, or sorry, 273 million of these minted. So these are not rare at all. So these are kind of just bullion, but you get a little premium on the quality. So if you ever see of these, always get the best quality. If you see some that's kind of scuffed up or worn down, you always want to ask for a better price. If you see them like these in kind of unk state, it might be okay to get them for $13 to $16. And I have one more coin that I got from this estate sale, and this is a 1910 Mexico Revolution peso, or a Cabralito peso. Now, if this was real, this would be easily about a $600 coin, but it is not real. The guy told me he didn't think it was real. He got suckered into buying it, but he gave it to me for free. There's a couple ways to tell if these are real or not. One is just the overall feel and strike. If it doesn't look right, it ain't right. And one is the weight. You can feel that the weight is off. If you hold like a Morgan dollar and feel like an early Mexican peso, you'll see that they should be about the same weight. And the drop test, you can tell it's not real. I mean, it sounds almost like a quarter, but I believe it's steel, and I have a way to test that and confirm that. And I'm going to use it in just a minute. Here's a silver half dollar. You can see the sound is way off on this one. And I'll show you my steel stick. You ready to see it? Okay, this is an old walking cane that I put a magnet to. And you want to see why I'm standing so far back? Here's some pins that I bought for $1. This is just a registered nurse pin, but it's pretty. It looks kind of unique, and it says 1977, so it's vintage, almost 50 years old. And I got this Olympic pin. So Coca-Cola Olympics, Olympic sponsor. It's got a U.S. and a U.K. flag, the Union Jack. And I'm going to study this a little bit more. I thought this was first an Atlanta Olympic pin because I'm in Atlanta and there's a lot of these around. But it doesn't seem like it's from Atlanta. And then, I mean, the Coca-Cola part does, so it probably is. Then I found this one, which I'm not a fan of the Confederates, but any kind of stuff like this is always kind of cool to me because it's collectible and you don't see them that often. So here are some of the albums I bought. A lot of these here I bought today. I went back to the same estate sale and bought the coins and bought some more albums and some more cassettes. I'll show all that to you now. But most of the ones that I bought yesterday, I took to my antique booth. So here's the ones, and you saw those in the video. If you haven't seen part one, go back and watch part one. But here's a continuation. Here's mostly what I bought today. So here's Peter Criss, Out of Control, which is from Kiss. Now this, I wish the album was in here. I looked everywhere, couldn't find it, but this is Kraftwerk. If this album was in here, this would be a $60 album. But I think this alone is worth probably $20. But I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to frame it up in my office. Billy Idol, I think this is a single, but still, this is haven't looked it up, but probably worth a few bucks. So on this one, I paid $5. It says 10, but I came on the second day and it was still there, so I got it for half off on this one. So $5. Kraftwerk I got for free. I argued, hey, there's no album. I'll take the art for free, and they said yeah. So, all right. Billy Idol I paid $2, and all the rest of these I paid $2. So all the rest of these I paid the same price. So Billy Idol, the Bee Gees. I got this for my mom. Don't tell her it's for her birthday. Molly Hatchet, which is pretty cool. Another Molly Hatchet. The Turtles. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Hank Williams Jr. Whiskey Bent Hellbound. Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits. You'll see a lot of country and stuff. It's because my antique store has a lot of country fans, also has a lot of kind of, I guess, new age kind of fans. So there's a mix of everything, a little bit of rock, a little bit of country, a little bit of everything. Even a little bit of hip hop and R&B. Here's Aerosmith Toys and Attic. I wish this was in better condition, but still, I was surprised to find this. Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. For some reason, I'm collecting all the Disneyland records. I don't know why. Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love. Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear. Hee Haw. My grandfather loved Hee Haw, but this will probably do good in my antique booth. And Sesame Street's Rubber Ducky. And this one is my favorite. I'll probably keep this one for myself. I'm not a big country music fan, but there is some country music that I do listen to, and Hank Williams Jr. is one of them. And this has one of my favorite Hank Williams Jr. song on it, Weatherman. And this, I think, is going on eBay for like $30 right now, but I might not sell this one. I also collect a lot of cassette tapes, so I'll show you the cassette tapes that I got today. All these loose ones here I paid $1 for, and I bought a set for $100. It has 60 cassettes in it, and it comes with a case, so they're a little bit more pricier, but you'll see why. And I haven't looked these up yet, but with cassettes, I know they're pretty much worth more than $1. You can't go wrong. So here's Prince and the Revolution Parade. That's pretty cool. I got a couple of Prince ones in here. Robert Plant, Manic Nirvana. Never actually heard of that album. I'll have to check it out. Tone Loc, Loc After Dark. I actually have another one of these. If I haven't sold it, I think I had listed it for $10. MC Hammer. Please Don't Hurt the Hammer. Warren G. Regulate. These rap ones are actually pretty expensive. I haven't looked them up yet, but I know just from studying cassettes that any of the early 90s, the mid 90s rap, just grab them if you see them. Berlin, this is a band I used to listen to. It's an 80s band, so that should do pretty well. Wham, there's George Michael. Now, I'm a Atlanta native, so Outkast, definitely. I can't wait to look this one up. And this Outkast, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, yes, I know. It's sealed, so that one's going to be nice. 311, not a big 311 fan, but I know a few of their songs, mainly from the radio. So I'm going to look that one up. Some of these will have to be cleaned up. And here is What's Up, Dog? I've actually not heard of this, so this will be kind of fun to listen to. And here is another Prince. This is Prince and the Revolution, Around the World in a Day. Here's another Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince and the MPG, so I have to look that one up. REO Speedwagon, Bad Company, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, and Talking Heads. So this one's going to be pretty cool. Now onto the big case. All right, so here's the case. So you can see I paid $100 for all of these, and it seems a little high until you really see what's in here. So this case is pretty nice. I mean, this case itself could probably go for, I don't know, $30. That's what I'm guessing, probably about $30, $40. And the grandchildren are here, so that's what you might hear in the background. All right, so let's open this and see what's inside. So you can see Living Color. Here's Cinderella. Some of these hair metal ones are pretty rare. Skid Row. The Outfield. I'll just have. Okay. Let's see. Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. Cheap Trick. See if I had Surrender on there. Motley Crue. These will probably do pretty well. Girls, and Dr. Feelgood. Wow. You know, I even forgot what's in here. Winger. Great White. Fleetwood Mac. Stormtroopers of Death. Speak English or Die. This is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if it's like one of the neo-Nazis band. I've actually never heard of band. Surprising. I don't listen to a lot of heavy metal. The Romantics, Asia, White Snake, The Dead Kennedys. When I saw this, I had to get it. I had to get this one. So this is Bedtime for Democracy. I can't wait to check this one out. And Van Halen, this is the OU 812, which I never understood why it's titled that. I don't know if there was ever a reason given. Comment below if you know. And Poison, Chicago, Bon Jovi, Eric Clapton, Boston, Santana, the Allman Brothers, Traveling Wilburys, the Human League, Huey Louie and the News, Genesis, and Styx. So let's see what's on the other side. Now this one you have U2, Joshua Tree, and you have Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy, Led Zeppelin 3, another House of the Holy, In Through the Outdoor, and another one, have two of those, and Presents, Led Zeppelin 2, and another Led Zeppelin. Well, this is Led Zeppelin 1, yeah. Sorry, yeah, Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, I think. Have Phil Collins, The Grateful Dead, the best of. Have Hall & Oates, Duran Duran. So probably there's 4 Duran Durans. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. Have Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. REM, got a bunch of REMs. You got Aerosmith Pump, and Aerosmith Classics Live 2, and Star Wars, the soundtrack. So look these up, and I'm pretty sure these are worth way more than 100. So that's why I went ahead and put 100 on it. I don't know if anybody else would have put 100 on it, but I did, and maybe I'm the crazy one that will make all the money. All right, so here are some of the books I bought. So this is 1955, I believe, Winnie the Pooh. Now We Are Six. I think, Now We Are Six. I think it has a several in it. I haven't had time to really check this out yet, but I believe this is 1955. Yeah, 1955. And here's another one. This is When We Were Very Young. And this is probably 1955 as well. 1952, even older. This one I saw, and both of those I paid $1 for. I got paid $1 for this one too. This one I saw Werner von Braun. So this one's going to be fun to look up. So if you don't know who Werner von Braun is, I would look it up. But he was a Nazi scientist who became a major part of NASA. And this book came from Joseph Wheeler High School Library, 1960. That's going to be fun. And I do collect a lot of books. I also collect a lot of manga books or comics. So here's some of the ones I just recently got. Water Dragon's Bride. I think there's a part 3. Okay, no. This is Dragon Hatching. This one I have to read. I have to translate it. This is the 3 set that I got. Dawn of Arcana. So, and here are a few more. Some of these might be more modern. I try to get manga pre 2007. I might go as late as 2009, but most of them I try to get from like the late 90s to early 2000s. Those are the ones that's worth the most. And I also bought some political stuff. This is mainly Reagan bumper stickers and articles, I guess. I haven't opened it yet, so we're actually opening it together. But I paid $9 for all this, so Reagan for president, that's pretty cool. Is that 80 or 84? Not really sure. And I got some postcards. Wow, those are pretty cool. So for people who like postcards, I got them. Another bumper sticker. And here's some cool, are these postcards? Yeah, these are postcards too. And a newspaper article. A lot of postcards. And I haven't looked these up. Like I said, I just opened this back for the first time. Um, these are, let's see. Oh, these are from All Dixon. This was his hometown. Wow. Well, I'll have all these listed on eBay. So if you're looking to purchase any of these, you know where to find them. These are pretty cool. And see what's in here. I saw this sticking out. This looks like a flag that was mailed. That's kind of interesting. So I guess you could mail a flag as a stamp, and it's counter stamped. That's pretty cool. Or canceled. I think those are called cancellation marks. I'm big on the stamps, but I sell them, so some of the terminology, I'm not all at the par with. Just look at the value and sell them. Well, inauguration. So these are pretty cool. And if you've watched my videos, you know I buy a lot of VHS. So I bought Army of Darkness today. I bought some Dragon Ball Z. This is GT, Salvation, Annihilation, Preparation. And I bought Dragon Ball Z, the movie. And this is Dragon Ball Z, Kid Buu, Saiyan Pride. And then I got a Thomas the Train Engine for $1. And if you see, I have a ton of Thomas the Train stuff. I got this G.I. Joe box. It's a 1997 G.I. Joe Foot Locker box. But I got it for $3. It's got to be worth a little bit more than $3. So got that. And I got a ton of Power Ranger stuff. And most of this is from like 93, 94. And this is what I played with when I was a kid, so I remember most of this. This I might make a separate video for. There's just a lot here. And here is this. Y'all probably saw this on part 1 and wonder why I didn't include it. Well, here it is now in all its beauty. So this is, I think this came out in 1991 or 1992, but this is a pretty rare Batman collectible number. There's a certificate inside in the back behind the sculpture. This is the headlights lighted wall sculpture, and these on eBay go for somewhere around $100 to $150. And this one, the box is pretty beat up, but it's still intact. And the sculpture has some dust on it that we need to kind of lightly clean and get that off, but it does work. When I purchased it, they had it hanging on a wall plugged in, so I know that it works. So this is a pretty cool piece I'm excited about. I would hang it on my wall, but I'm afraid that it might fall and break. So I'm going to take some pictures, list this on eBay, and hopefully one of y'all can grab this. It'd be nice to kind of connect what you bought to a YouTube video. Okay, and I guess I saved the best for last. But this is a Beverly Hillbillies truck, I guess. This is from 1963. So this is 62 years old. And I got this for a pretty good price. And you can see over here, someone appraised this at $600. And that price is not too crazy because I've seen them on eBay for $400 to $600. Now the bench is broken. I guess just over time it just kind of lost its structural, strength. But this is just amazing, and the crank still works in the front, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape, especially for being 62 years old. So I don't even really want to ship this, but I'll probably put this in my shop for $350, $400. I might put it on eBay for about $50 more just to cover the extra precautions and fees, of course, but extra precautions in shipping this, because shipping this would be a nightmare. But you can see Granny, you can see Ellie Mae, and it's been years since I watched this show, so I know those two. And Gramps or Pops, someone comment and give me the names. And Jed, Jethro, Jed and Jethro. It just took me a few seconds. But this is just amazing. I didn't even know this existed until I saw it at the estate sale. And I guess this might be the piece de resistance, or whatever you say. But you see, I got a mess ahead of me. I got gold sitting right here and all that silver, and my room is already just overwhelmed with stuff. So I've got to, I've got to get busy. Well, thanks to everybody who watched, and please like, please subscribe, comment all you want. We need to beat the algorithm because for some reason the algorithm's beating me right now. Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment, and always just stay tuned. Thanks.